Rise and shine, family. I got a question for y'all. Why do y'all think people cheat? Serious question. Why do you think people cheat? Put it in the comments. I'm sure some of you guys may say, well, people are not honest anymore. They're not disciplined anymore. They don't understand what relationships are about anymore. They don't understand marriage anymore. People are not suited for marriage anymore, right? People are lonely even in relationships. They're not getting what they need. They are liars nowadays, right? Somebody probably cheated on them first, right? They were probably whatever. We got a million different reasons to describe when someone cheats, right? Have you guys ever been cheated on? Put that in the comments too, okay? I'm sure you got an excuse for why you were cheated on, right? But I want to deal with this though. The answer to why people cheat is way more simple than we give it credit for, okay? Now, I think the reason we hide from the answer, even though it's right in front of our face, is because we don't want to accept the truth, man. Like they say that humans fear what they don't understand, right? And what they don't understand, they normally demonize or make an enemy. You know something that humans don't understand? Themselves. And this is why we demonize ourselves. I want you guys to think about this. So many different things that we naturally do, okay? Women, we'll say she's a gold digger if she's seeking a guy who can do for her, right? We call it hypergamy and monkey branching if she leaves a guy for another guy when that guy can do more for her, right? Now, we look at this like, she's such an evil person, right? She don't want you unless she has something. But it's genetically wired. She's genetically wired to be that way, and we're demonizing it, right? Think about this. They don't have a word for it, but like into hypergamy, you have this thing where men will seek out younger women, right? And guys will look at it, ladies will look at it and they'll call him a trophy hunter, right? Something like that. Normally it's a derogatory type name, trying to say that he's robbing the cradle, right? A PDF file, they'll even go there. But did you know that men are biologically wired to seek out youth and vitality? It symbolizes fertility to the man. He's naturally going to be attracted to women who look younger, who appear to be more vital. You understand? A woman is going to seek out a man who can do the most for her. She's naturally designed that way. And what we're doing is we're judging it, right? So back to the topic at hand. Cheating. So a lot of you guys say, well, we are monogamous people, right? Well, if we were, cheating wouldn't exist. So back to the answer that I said was very simple, actually, right? In the Garden of Eden, Adam and Eve were told not to eat fruit, right, by God. And Eve chose to eat the fruit anyway. And she offered it to Adam. Of course, you won't surely die, Adam. He ate the fruit. Becoming knowledgeable, like the serpent promised, they now try and hide themselves, right? They hear God coming. So now they try to put a leaf over themselves to cover themselves up. Now God can see them. He can see through the leaf. He can clearly see they're naked, but they're trying to hide themselves, right? That right there describes mankind. We're trying to hide ourselves from ourselves in fear of how we'll see ourselves. It's unreal. So guess what? I want you to look at Adam and Eve, that nakedness. That is the polyamorous nature of man and woman. That fig leaf, okay, that they try to cover themselves with. We're going to call that monogamy, okay? We're going to call it monogamy, okay? Because what we do is we cover our polygamous nature. We cover ourselves with this fig leaf of monogamy, claiming that we are not polyamorous. We're not this way. But meanwhile, we're clearly covering up what is absolutely polygamous nature, cheating, okay? Leaving someone for another, regardless of the reason. Cheating, regardless of the reason. And cheating is when someone goes outside of the rules that they commit to in a relationship, right? Well, so if you're in a relationship where people swing, they don't have these rules, it's not even considered cheating. So I'm only dealing with when someone cheats on you, breaks their commitment to you, right? So again, we're swearing that we are monogamous people, okay? But meanwhile, cheating happens at such a high rate. And we thought at one point it was mostly men, but now we're learning that it's 50-50. Both people cheat equally, men and women. So are we going to accept the fact that we are polyamorous, trying to create a monogamous relationship with someone? Or are we going to keep on lying, saying that we are monogamous in nature, But somehow we just keep end up cheating. Somehow we keep ending up in all these different things. You guys ever heard of a menage a trois? Why does that exist? Under all of this, guys, if you was to say, well, Kevin, you don't have a point still. People cheat because they get in these situations. No, what I'm trying to say to you guys is, if we had a monogamous nature, okay, if we were biologically engineered to be monogamous, the desire to be with another person would not be present, okay? I'm asking you guys to step away from what you've been taught and look at who we are. Like, who are you internally, okay? The very fact that desire is there when you have another proves you ain't monogamous, because that's not the definition of monogamy. Look at all these marriages that we have, remarriages. Look at all the children born out of wedlock. None of you guys listening to this video are virgins. Now, you've had multiple partners. Now, what do you think that means? That you're monogamous? Are you serious? Now, I'm not sitting here trying to convince you guys to come and be poly. You're already polyamorous. I'm not trying to convince you guys to be that. But I'm trying to tell you through this fig leaf, okay? Hiding behind this fig leaf. It ain't but nothing but a bunch of mess, okay? And what we got to do is actually acknowledge the fact that we are naked, Adam and Eve, and stop covering up the fact that you're naked. Because what's happening is you're failing the next generation. Do you guys understand? If we accept our polygamous nature, maybe we can accept them kids that come from it, and we won't play denial. Oh, it ain't mine. Oh, I told him he was a daddy because I didn't want to tell him the truth. I didn't want to. What if we told the truth? Because the goal would be to make sure these children get parents, because that's what's destroying our lives. Okay, it ain't the sex. See, what makes sex is immoral is going outside of your commitments. You understand? Doing it in an unharmonic way. So why don't we acknowledge what the real issue is, that we are moving around with no plan, with no structure. And that's what creates the world we live in. It ain't about polygamous or monogamous. It's not about that. It's really about being accountable. How many men that made a baby with a woman, but will now speak out and say they won't marry a single mother? You understand? How many women that made a baby with a man, but now step out and say, I don't need a man for the children? None of this is good behavior. And it's going to deteriorate, and it's going to keep on deteriorating our gene rations, our generations to come. Because we're supposed to correct these problems and make sure we have structure, but we're not doing that. Instead, we're breaking it down, encouraging very negative behaviors. All these things you guys see in this world, cheating, divorce, single mothers, children born out of wedlock, all these things are going to continue to happen. They're going to continue to happen. You understand? Because we're not confronting the issue. You understand? So sure, we could do inner work, practice celibacy, choosing one partner, being monogamous, which you could do that. And this is not what this is about. It's about how every one of us live when we are not planning and thinking about it. And then we create this world that we see that we end up complaining about, not realizing why it's there to begin with. You wouldn't want to cheat. You wouldn't desire to cheat if you were truly that word monogamous. You're not. And this is why we try to commit. This is why we try to create rules and standards around relationships. Because the fact of the matter is, desire is there. And you have to have discipline. Yes, it's a fact. Because you have a polyamorous nature. Now, you can not like how it looks. You can talk about it all you want to. But the fact is, humans are polyamorous. And that's why people cheat. Now, they cheat because they're liars, they conniving. All that stuff is true, too. But please understand, the desire would not be there if they were truly monogamous. No desire to be with another person outside of your partner would even exist, family. So let's be real about it. The problem with our community is how we're behaving. It ain't about polygamy or monogamy. Take care of these kids you bring in this world. Take them seriously, for they are our ancestors, and they are our ascendants. Join my membership program on YouTube, guys. I just started it. I'm going to be teaching all about this stuff. Come get the information that you need so we can make the world a better place. All right, family, for the children. Peace.